folks? My name is Ben and welcome to today's Tech-In. Today we're going to be reviewing the Battlesharks High Performance 4-channel camera quadcopter. If you'd like to purchase this item, you can purchase it on the Amazon website for $69.99. I know it's been a while since I have released a video, but I'm going to be trying to release videos almost every week as frequent as I possibly can. Thank you for sticking with me, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so I am very excited to be reviewing this drone with you guys. It's a very fun drone to play with, and this is sort of the beginner drone for someone that just wants to get into the drone market. I wouldn't suggest this drone if you're looking to do some professional recording or taking pictures. However, this drone is very good for both of those things. So, as you can see from the front of the box here, it has a 4K video, and I have to say for $69.99, that is a great feature. And the box here, let me show you the box. On the top of the box, one second guys, on the top of the box here, you can see all the different features that are listed. So you can see there's a whole array of different features, and I'll be talking about some of them, not all of them. I won't be able to cover all of them, but I will try to talk about as many features as I possibly can. And that is the top of the box. Back of the box shows the features as well. And the side basically just it advertises the gesture, photo, and video, which I will make sure to get into later, and lens rotation 360. On the other side is just telling you that you can purchase the app for the drone. This drone actually works with an app, which is how we record videos and take photos with the drone. And the great thing about this drone is that you don't need an SD card. That is one of the main features that is really good, is that you don't need an SD card. So the photos and videos that you take sync directly to your camera roll, because the drone itself, as you can see here on the features, has a Wi-Fi connection, which I'll make sure to dive deeper into. Anyway, guys, now that you've seen the box and you saw a brief overview of the features, let's head outside and start flying with the drone. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the beautiful outdoors, and before I get into flying the drone, I quickly want to show you the remote and its features. So as you can see here on the left side, there is a takeoff, land, and stop button. And the takeoff and land button basically just helps you land and take off your drone. It's exactly what the button says. And when you click the takeoff button, it'll elevate your drone to about 3 feet, which I think is a pretty good elevation. And of course, when you click on it, once you're in the air, it'll land your drone for you, and it's actually a pretty smooth landing, and I'll make sure to demonstrate that. So the stop button is basically, say you're running into a tree or something and you're pretty close to the ground, you can click the stop button, and what the stop button will do is it'll automatically shut off all of the engines and motors, so it'll just drop to the ground. But make sure not to press that unless you're really desperate, because I once did that over this concrete, and you can see what happened. That metal thing on top that you see on the other propellers came off, and I've misplaced it, so only use the stop button once you are really desperate. So also on the left side here, you see an up and down lever, and this is to control the elevation of your drone. So that's basically all this button is. On the right side here is to control forwards, backwards. It's a pretty simple drone controller. Down here is when you are in headless mode, you can control your drone through headless mode if you want to turn it a certain way or something like that, so I'll make sure to get into that. On the right here, it's a little funny actually, they only use 2 of the buttons on the right side here. These 2, the top and the bottom, have no use, but this one here has return to home function when you're in headless mode, and of course, headless mode, that is the button right there. And the power on switch to turn on the drone is right there below the red light. And when you lift it up right here, it's basically on the top here on the left is the speed, and on the right is to flip the drone. I'll show you that as well. And to have your phone in a very comfortable position, all we have to do is lift this centerpiece. Sorry guys, I'm doing it with one hand here. There we go. And it's actually adjustable, and it will adjust to how big your phone is. So if I take a typical iPhone 8 here, and I put it in, sorry folks, there we go, that should be, there we go. Alright, so you can see the phone is on just fine, and it's pretty secure as well. I tested it, and trust me, it is secure. So that is basically the remote control of the drone. Now that you've seen the remote, let's get into flying it. Alright folks, here we are to fly the drone, and you're probably wondering what battery comes with the drone. You'll see this battery on the left side here. It's pretty easy to insert, however it's a bit more difficult to get out of the drone, so it may take you 5-10 minutes to take it out. So to insert the battery in the drone, you're simply going to put it in the back here. You're going to insert it like this. And then, of course, make sure it snaps shut, and you're good. So then we can power it on with the power switch back here, and click on. And you can also see there are two cameras. The first camera is the one down here, and the main camera is the one up here. And you can see the lights blinking on the under the propellers as well. So to make the drone take off here, let me grab the remote. So to make the drone take off here, we're simply going to turn it on, the power button. Then we have to calibrate it. We're simply going to take this, go up, down, and then to take off, I will click the takeoff button. Let me see if I can get both in the view. And take off. And you'll see it starts to take off. Now I'm going to land it. I'm going to click the land button, and it will bring it back down nice and smooth. So that is the takeoff and land feature. Now let's get into the more advanced features of this drone. Alright guys, the next section of the video will be me adjusting the altitude of the drone and making the drone go forwards and backwards. And may I remind you, I'm doing this with one hand, so it may not be perfect. So let's back up a little bit. The manual suggests you back up at least 6 feet, so make sure to social distance from the drone when it takes off. And we are going to click the takeoff button here, and you'll see it starts to take off. Now to adjust altitude, we're going to bring this down, and you'll see it'll start to come down. And to bring it back up, we simply put it up, and it will come up. To go forward, let me bring it down a little bit. All right, to go forward, we'll push this forward, and you'll see it'll start to come towards us. So we'll back up a little bit. And then to put it backwards, we'll put this down, and you'll see it'll start to back up. And then now let's land it. Click the land button, and we have put it forwards and backwards. Now let me get into the different speed features, the flip and headless mode. All right, 3 functions, very easy, very cool. Speed function, 3 different modes, slow, medium, and fast. When you click the speed button, you'll hear beeps, and depending on the number of beeps you hear is how fast the drone is going. So when I click on it, you heard 2 beeps, which means it's at medium speed. So for this demonstration, I'll bring it back to slow speed. For flip, if you want to flip the drone, simply click the flip button and either move the right joystick up or down. And for headless mode, simply click on the headless mode button and fly as you normally would, and then when you land, disable the headless mode function. So now let me take off and show you the flip function. There's the drone right there. Now let me click flip and up. Again, flip and down. Now let me bring it more this way. One moment, guys. There we go. Alright, now headless mode. Simply click on the headless mode button, and you'll hear a beep as headless mode is in process. And you can see Headless mode working just fine. So those are 3 really cool features with this drone. Now let's head to how you can pair this drone with your iPhone. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, in order to sync the phone with the drone, we need to connect to the drone's Wi-Fi. So usually the drone's Wi-Fi will be the one that does not require a passcode and that has underscore 4K underscore. So it just went away, so let's give it a second to pop back up. And when we click on the Wi-Fi network, we do not need to wait for the bars to pop up in the top left here. We only need to see the check mark. And when we connect to the Wi-Fi network, we're going to head to the XS Visual app, which is the app that is associated with the drone. So as you can see, we're connected. So let's head to the XS Visual app. When we head to the app, it gives us 2 options to either start or calibrate. We are going to click start, and we will get a live feed. It'll take about 20 to 30 seconds. Oh, there we go. That is a live feed from the drone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my remote here and I'm going to fly the drone. So I'm going to hand the camera over to my helper here. So one moment, please. While we do that, thank you very much. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take off and land so you can see the live feed from the drone that goes straight to the phone. So there, you can see it. Very little lag, which I really love about this drone. And you're me going forwards, and me going backwards. And of course, if we want to take a video with the drone, simply click on the video button, and it will start recording. And then to stop video, stop, take a photo, simply click on the photo button. And MV is basically if we want to add some of the app's music to our videos that we are recording with the drone. So if you do end up getting this drone, make sure to experiment with that. On the top right here are some other features such as palm control and human following mode. Palm control is basically where you get to take a you get the drone to take a picture. Basically, it'll see your palm it'll see your hand making a certain movement, and it'll know to either take a photo or a video. Human following mode is basically where the drone is told to follow a certain person in its view. I've tried it multiple times, and unfortunately, it does not work. But that is one of the features that doesn't work. There's only one feature of this drone that does not work, and that is the human following mode. So overall, this is a pretty good quality drone for beginners if you're looking to get into the drone market. Now that you've seen almost all the features of the drone, let's head to the closing statements so I can tell you how I really feel and if I think this drone is really worth it. See you in the closing statements. So the question comes up, well, Ben, is the Battlesharks 4-channel camera quadcopter worth it? And for this video, I'm going to have to give it a yes. I really love this drone, I love all the features, and I think you really get a good bang for your buck with this drone. If you're looking to get into the drone market and you're a beginner, I would highly suggest this drone. And with that, thank you so much for watching this week's video. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any new videos. I hope you and your family are doing well during this difficult time, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.